Broadcasting live from the Meridix Veobia Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network as we now move into Game 2 of our doubleheader this evening. Father Ryan taking on Independence, and if the Irish win, they are headed for Tier 1 for the rest of the regular season and will get to play in the Predators Cup come the postseason. The Irish have not played in the Predators Cup since 2020, and Stephen Henry is the son of Preds CEO Sean Henry, so he's feeling the pressure to play in the tournament named after the corporation his dad is an executive in. So Rutherford beating Centennial 4-0 means that Centennial are going to move to Tier 2 for the rest of the regular season and play in the High Cup in the postseason. Now let's talk about the two teams playing this game. First up, Father Ryan beat Centennial on Monday night 4-1. Coached by Stephen Henry. Joey Magnano had 2 points from a goal so far in the round robin. Austin Hester 2 points from a goal and an assist. JT Schmidt with a point from a goal, and Ethan Webb, Jack Sutterth, Alton Worth, Merrick McCullers, and Parker Causey each have a point from an assist. Luke Anderson played in goal, played the full 42 minutes, so his record in the round robin is 1-0. He allowed 1 goal on 16 shots and turned away the other 15. His save percentage in the round robin is .940. On to Independence, coached by Guy Brooks, tied with Rutherford 3-3 on Monday night. Rhett Gordon, the leading scorer in the round robin. 2 points from goals. Bryson Patton, a point from a goal. Wyatt Lutkins, Jacob Hill, Oscar Dubon each with a point from an assist. And Trent Pavlik played in that game on Monday night, so he got the tie, played the full 42 minutes, allowed 3 goals and 27 shots, turned away the other 24. His save percentage in the round robin so far is .890. As both teams have been out on the ice doing the warm-up. And normally that would be bad for me trying to rush through everything, but since I'm only going over the round robin stats, I don't feel hurried. Be interesting to see who Guy Brooks puts in goal, either Jack Behringer or Pavlik. We're going to start this thing right at about 8:40. Refs aren't messing around. Of course, we had a little bit extra time because the Rutherford Centennial game didn't take very long. So will Father Ryan win this game and earn themselves a place in Tier 1? And not have to worry about Monday's game against Rutherford? We'll see over the next few minutes, next about hour or so. Mason Chandler going to play in goal for the Irish in this one. Jack Behringer going to play in goal for Indy. For this first period, Indy will carry the puck from my left to right and Father Ryan from my right to left. Even if Indy lose this game, their fate is not sealed yet because, again, they and Rutherford tied on Monday night. So they and Rutherford could both finish this round robin 1-1-1, and because the head-to-head is canceled out, they'd go to the third tiebreaker, which is goal difference. So there's still be a chance for Indy to get in or stay in Tier 1, even if they lose tonight. Puck is in the Father Ryan zone. Was in the Indy zone off the draw, and a backhander from Camden Rumo in the slot misses the net to the right of Chandler. And the puck pushed out to center. Here's Colton Edwards, left wing side of the Indy zone, gets pushed into the boards by Rumo. Puck out on the far side. Austin Hester chipping it down into the right wing corner. Gets back to it behind the net. Puts it out in front. Swatted away by Edwards. Puck out at center. Austin Hester trying to catch Indy on a change. Right circle shot stopped by Behringer. Austin Hester caught Indy on a change, had plenty of space down the right wing side and took the shot. Behringer made the save. Oscar Dubon at center. Trying to get it ahead to Rhett Gordon. Gordon left wing side of the Father Ryan zone. He had the 2 goals early on in the first against Rutherford on Monday night at Bellevue. Both of them were breakaways. They were beauties. I hope someone got both of them on video. Jeff Giblin probably got it on video. He probably got it on video. Those were beauties. They were beauties. Puck on the far side of the Father Ryan zone. Here go the Irish. Colin Sullivan gets Joey Mignano loose. The shot is stopped and held on to by Behringer. They had a 2-on-0. Ryan Whalen was down the left wing side. Sullivan found a streaking Mignano who was able to control the puck, but Behringer makes the big save, and that's the first whistle. After a minute and 54 seconds of play, draws to Behringer's left now. Here's Dylan Rosardi, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. A shot stopped and covered up by Mason Chandler. Draws to Chandler's left. One by the Irish and cleared. Puck went way up in the air. Somehow didn't touch any of the state flags on the rafters or touch a rafter. Alton Worth, left wing side of the Indy zone, runs into Bryson Patton and loses the puck. Puck drifting through center. Back into the Ryan zone, picked up by Harper Howard, who got right in front of Rosardi. Howard now shipping it up the far boards back in the Indy zone, and no icing. Icing waved off because Ryder McDonald tried to play the puck. Puck out at center, but poked back into the Indy zone by Colton Edwards, although Carter Middleton had to get back on side. Father Ryan kind of mixing up. Well, oh yeah, they got the big guns out there. Edwards, Schmidt, and Hester. Puck is in their zone. And Indy with their big guns, Rumo, Howard. Giblin out there. A.J. Novak and Wyatt Lutkins. Edwards, left wing side of the Indy zone, trying to put it in front for a streaking Schmidt who couldn't get his stick on it right at the front of the net. Puck sent back into the Indy zone. Edwards and Schmidt had to get back on side. They do. Puck cleared out to center, and Schmidt, almost went offside. He saw Edwards coming back down. He was like, darn, I have to let this thing go. And puck sent to the other end of the rink by Rumo. He was trying to get a bounce pass off the boards to Ben Howard, but it didn't work out. I just realized something. There are two players in this game with the last name Howard, and they both wear 97. Harper for Father Ryan and Ben for Indy. Colin Sullivan with a steal inside the Indy zone. Trying to carry it to the front of the net, trying to put it in front. Joey Mignano, he's got it in the right circle, taking a shot. Stopped and held onto by Behringer. Denying Mignano for a second time in this one. 9:47 to go in the first. Still zip draw is going to be to Behringer's left. Draw one by Ryan. Ryan Whalen at the right point. Passing it down. Ryan Hoverson broke it up. He's trying to get it to Katie Cummings, Whalen was. Now Cummings chasing the puck on the inboards behind the net. Trying to put the puck out in front. Here's Ryan Hoverson. Hoverson backhanding it ahead to Rhett Gordon, who tried to go across to Landrick Majewski at center. Puck swatted away from Majewski by Alton Work. Now Colin Sullivan, left wing side of the Indy zone, but has to curl around because Ryan Hoverson was closing the gap. Tried to pass to Katie Cummings in the slot, but it missed her. Out at center now. The Irish still controlling. Alton Worth. Across to Ryan Whalen. Whalen ahead. Trying to get it ahead to Sullivan, but it's broken up by Oscar Dubon. Although the puck is in the Indy zone and controlling it is Mignano. Puck fluttering through the air. Back to center. Carter Middleton, puck knocked off his stick. Dumped back into the Indy zone by Sam Horsley. Torrin Kemble up the far boards. Carter Middleton now trying to go to the net, but he's double teamed by Hoverson and Dubon, who got the puck away from him. Dubon out to center, pushed into the boards. Here's Kemble. Backhanding it through the air, back into the Father Ryan zone. Indy making a sub, or three, or they'll just make a full line change. Carter Middleton, far side at center. Puck knocked off his stick. It's back in the Indy zone, cleared out by Evan McAllister. Sam Horsley, left wing side of the Indy zone. Lost the puck, held in by Merrick McCullers. McCullers tried to go to the slot. Puck knocked off his stick by Bryson Patton. Patton backhanding it around to the far side. And here's Austin Hester putting it in front. Colton Edwards a shot. Oh! Behringer looked like he got a piece of it. It went past the net to his left. And the puck goes out of play off an Indy stick, I think. Oh, and the net also came dislodged at the left-hand post. So, Behringer again. Well, I guess the shot missed the net because they didn't put it up on the board. It's still 3-1 Father Ryan in shot total. But Behringer doing a great job. Job to the draw is to his left. One by Indy, but held in at the left point by Jacob Boren. His shot deflected. Now Camden Rumo down low. Pass across Wyatt Lutkins off his stick. Father Ryan controlling again at center. Ethan Webb. Ahead to Austin Hester, trying to chip it around Jacob Giblin. Pushed past Giblin by JT Schmidt. It's back in the Indy zone. Here's Hester. Calling for it in the slot was Edwards, but Hester didn't see him. Hester, right wing corner, spinning around, looking for room. Passing over to the left wing side. JT Schmidt swept away from him and out. Boren's going to send it back into the Indy zone. Hester and Schmidt, or Edwards, having to get back on side. Giblin passing it out to the far side at center. Picked up by Rumo. Rumo, left wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Try to pass it over to Ben Howard. Here's Rumo, a one-timer turned away. Puck out on the far side, and Katie Cummings is going to clear it. It's going to come down ice, and icing waved off. I thought it was going to be on goal for a second. Puck on the near boards, Cummings dropping it down to Mignano. Now back to Cummings. The left point, Alton Worth shoots it past the net. Now Colin Sullivan backhanding it down the left wing boards. Sullivan had it knocked off his stick, sent towards the net and turned away by Behringer. That shot coming from Whalen out up high. Then he takes a little chop at Ben Howard. Puck comes back down into the Father Ryan zone. Whalen carrying it through center on the far side, dumps it back into the Indy zone. Puck's behind the net. Colin Sullivan passing out up top. Alton Worth, his shot off the stick of Torrin Kemble to the right wing corner. Here's Colin Sullivan moving into the right circle. Passing out up top to the left point, and Alton Worth. Worth's shot hit the shins of Oscar Dubon, went past the net. Torrin Kemble with it now. Kemble skating through center on the far side. Puck poked off his stick. Rhett Gordon has it knocked off his stick. Ryan Hoverson dropping back, trying to keep it away from Carter Middleton, who's reaching the stick in there and almost took it away from him. Hoverson now up against the boards of his own bench. Harper Howard drops the puck back. Merrick McCullers on the far side. Pushed into the boards as he crosses the Indy blue line. Here's Carter Middleton. Backhanded out in front, but it hit a stick and went away from the net. Puck now on the near boards. Oscar Dubon. Here's Rhett Gordon. Rhett Gordon. Right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Backhands into the inboards. He knocked over Harper Howard for good measure. Now Gordon, a one-timer in the slot, turned away by Mason Chandler. Puck out on the near board, sent towards the net by Ryder McDonald. And here comes Ethan Webb to center. Webb into the Indy zone, right wing side. A slap shot blocked by Jax Grayson. Puck comes around on the near side. Here's Colton Edwards. Oh, puck got away from him. Jacob Boren passing over to Austin Hester. It poked off his stick. Bryson Patton back into the Father Ryan zone, left wing side. Push to the outside. Austin Hester chipping the puck up the boards. He's going to pass to Colton Edwards at center. Edwards, right wing side of the Indy zone, leading a 2-on-1 maybe. Edwards, right circle, goes behind the net. Tried to put it in front. It went off the stick of, I think, Behringer, who didn't realize it. Now a shot in the white half wall turned away by Behringer. It was Jacob Bourne. Another shot stopped. They score the rebound. It's Schmidt. Third time was the charm in that sequence. J.T. Schmidt. Or is it Hester? I think it's J.T. Schmidt making it 1-0 Irish with 3:19 to go in the first. By the way, that goal ends a pretty decent sequence. Pretty long stretch without a whistle. Drawing by the Irish again. Colin Sullivan, right wing side of the Indy zone. Pass to Katie Cummings, who didn't see it in her skates. Here is Evan McAllister trying to get over to Braden Sizapaniak, who I don't think was in the game on Monday night. I don't recall seeing him. Father Ryan with the puck again. Ryan Whalen passing across. Now Colin Sullivan, left wing side of the Indy zone. A shot stopped by Behringer. Rebound in front. Cummings whiffed on it, and we get a whistle. It's going to be a high, I guess it's a high sticking infraction against the Irish. And it's an intentional one because they're going to drop the puck to the right of Chandler. So the puck's going to, faceoff's going to be all the way back in the Father Ryan zone. 2:50 to go in the first. Father Ryan up 1-0. One by the Irish. But Ryan Hoverson keeping it alive. Here's Camden Rumo trying to go to the front of the net. Puck out in front. It's behind the net. Rumo trying to pass out up top. Ryan Hoverson just keeps it alive, but he decides to drop it back to center for Rumo to pick up. Rumo inside his own zone on the far side. Pass ahead was tipped. Puck back in the Father Ryan zone, picked up by Ethan Webb. Here's J.T. Schmidt. Passing up the far side, Ethan Webb at center, had the puck taken off his stick. Sent back into the Father Ryan zone. Ryan Hoverson behind the net. And now Austin Hester trying to flip it ahead to J.T. Schmidt, but playing it with an absolute high stick, absolutely intentional high stick, was Camden Rumo. Well, you do what you got to do to prevent breakaways. Minute 54 to go in the first, 1-0 Father Ryan. Draw is to the right of Behringer, since that was an intentional high stick by Rumo. But like I said, you do what you got to do to prevent breakaways. J.T. Schmidt was hanging out all alone at the Indy blue line. He was so alone, you would have had to call the cops to check on him. Or do a welfare check. Ethan Webb with a shot from the right point that was turned away by Behringer. Alton Worth, left point shot. I think it went off Behringer's left leg pad. Yep. As it went past the net. J.T. Schmidt sending it, or trying to get it to the bottom of the left circle, and Colton Edwards. That was broken up by Ryder McDonald. Austin Hester. Hester down low to Edwards behind the net. Puck taken off him by Torrin Kemble. Puck out in front. Hester lost it in the skates of McDonald. Here's Ethan Webb with a shot that hits Jax Grayson in the slot. Puck cleared out. Now Edwards, right wing side of the Indy zone, had to avoid being hit by Grayson last minute of the first. Puck out at center. Back in the Father Ryan zone. Webb tried to clear it out, but it hit the official skate, stayed in. And now Alton Worth gets it out. Here is A.J. Novak. passing it up the near boards. Out at center, Merrick McCullers. Puck dumped back into the Indy zone with now 20 seconds left in the period. Jacob Giblin behind his own net. Tried to clear, but it's intercepted by Ryan Whalen, and then Whalen lost it on the right wing side. Puck sent around to the near side. Here's Dylan Rizzardi. Passing across to the far side of the Father Ryan zone. Rhett Gordon going to get there in time. Yes, he is, but not enough for a shot. And that is it for the first. Good goaltending by Jack Behringer, but one puck did get past him into the back of the net. I think it's JT Schmidt. Doesn't matter. It's 1-0 Father Ryan over Indy at the end of one in this one. Well, the score sheet says it was Jacob Boran who scored that first period goal for the Irish. That has them up 1-0 after one. Jack Behringer still in goal for Indy. Mason Chandler still in goal for Father Ryan for the second period. Father Ryan will carry the puck from my left to right and Indy from my right to left. Well, the crowd's smaller than the Rutherford Centennial game, which wasn't great. Shots on goal favoring the Irish 10-2 as we start the second. Draw one by Indy in their zone. And it's cleared out. Jacob Boran dumps it out of play, trying to dump it into the Indy zone. He dumped it out of play past his own bench, and that takes 16 seconds off the clock. They're going to drop the puck right at center. Okay. Draw one by Indy, but nice takeaway by Katie Cummings. Puck back in the Indy zone, picked up by Wyatt Lutkins. He's behind his own net, pushed into the boards. Still has possession of the puck. And now Cameron Rumo flipping it through the air. Ben Howard tapping it into the Father Ryan zone. Jacob Boran behind his own net. Passing to his right, and Cummings. Flicked ahead by Joey Magnano out to center. Hoverson, gives it away. Colin Sullivan moving in on goal shot. It hit a pad on Behringer, went up in the air. Puck's live front of back here, stop, rebound, score, JT Schmidt. Schmidt got off a backhander. Behringer made the save, but then he banged into the rebound into the bottom corner on the left-hand side of the net, and the Irish double their lead. 58 seconds into the second, it's 2-0. 13:02 to go in the middle frame. Draw one by Indy, but offside. Austin Hester, either Colton Edwards or JT Schmidt entered the zone ahead of him. Hester was ready to wind one up until the whistle blew. Draw on the dot across from the Father Ryan bench. Puck out at center. Ethan Webb going to slap it back into the Indy zone. It hit a stick. Went up in the air and came down, and Jack Behringer casually caught it like an infielder catching a pop fly. Draws to his left. And won by Father Ryan, but broken up by Landrick Majewski. He got a steal, but then he was triple teamed, and the puck taken off him. Now there's JT Schmidt at center. Oh, the defender fell over. It was Giblin a shot. Oh, it was Jax Grayson. I think one of his skates broke. And at the other end, Schmidt with a shot that hit the post to the right of Behringer. As Grayson is throwing himself back over the board. I think his left skate blade must have broken, or his right skate blade. That was why he fell at center. One of his skate blades broke. Gave JT Schmidt a glorious opportunity to make it 3-0, but he hit the post to Behringer's right. Puck out in front again. Hester, shot stopped by Behringer. He's got it covered. Behringer went to his forehand on that occasion. Behringer denied him. 11:51 to go in the second. Still 2-0, Father Ryan. Draws to Behringer's left. Well, I hope Jax Grayson has another skate in his bag, a right skate, because they can't fix that. He's done. Draw one by Indy, Jacob Giblin. Passing ahead to Jacob Hill. Hill out at center. Gets knocked into the boards as he crosses the Father Ryan blue line. Clearing attempt held into the left point by Jacob Giblin. Here's Jacob Hill. Now Bryce Patton put in front. Oh, but Oscar Dubon. Dylan Rosardi was at the left-hand side of the net, and he sent it wide. Well, here goes Carter Middleton. Middleton, left wing side of the Indy zone. Trying to pass off to Sam Horsley. Went off his stick, still went towards the net. Had to be steered away by Behringer with a stick. Pass to center, intercepted by Jacob Boren. He carries it back into the Indy zone, and a shot missed the net to the right of Behringer. Boren brings it back into the Indy zone. He was waiting for Colin Sullivan to get back on side. Boren passing around to the far side. Puck out at center. Katie Cummings trying to put the puck out in front. Colin Sullivan turns and he whiffs. So here goes Ryan Hoverson out to center. Hoverson back in the Father Ryan zone, right wing side, pushed into the boards. Here is Joey Magnano. Magnano back into the Indy zone, and a shot, I think, hit the shin of Wyatt Lutkins and went past the net. I don't think it ever got to Behringer. Here's Oscar Dubon. Here's a shot in the right point in Alton Worth that was intercepted right in front of the net. Not blocked, intercepted in front of the net by Ryan Hoverson. Puck back in the Indy zone. Ethan Webb tried to clear one off the stick of Ben Howard and out. 9:45 to go. In the second, still 2-0 Father Ryan. JT Schmidt scoring 58 seconds into this second period. Draw in front of the Indy bench. One by Indy. Austin Hester. Did he follow, or is he laying out in front of A.J. Novak trying to get a steal? I don't know, but Wyatt Lutkins gets off a shot that stays in the ice, stopped and covered up by Mason Chandler. As Alton Worth and Camden Rumo are having a laugh. And he and Rumo and Hester fist bump, draw to the left of Chandler. Puck flipped through the air out to center, A.J. Novak. Now Wyatt Lutkins, maneuvers past Ethan Webb, brings it into the Father Ryan zone, and then Webb jumps back in front of him, and he loses the puck. Here's Hester. As Lutkins knocks Hester into the boards, that's going to be a penalty against Lutkins. Roughing. Lutkins to the box for roughing. 9:09 to go in the second. Father Ryan getting a power play up 2-0. I think it's the first penalty of the whole game. Yeah, it is the first penalty of the whole game. Draw is to the left of Behringer. One by Father Ryan, whipped around the boards to the near or far side, held into the left point, Jacob Boron. Now Colin Sullivan, passing down low, Katie Cummings, tried to put it in front for Joey Mignano. Puck went behind the net into the near side. Sullivan holds it in right point, passes across to Boron. Down low, Cummings, left circle. She tried to shoot. I think it was blocked. Puck behind the net, Sullivan. Pass across to the right wing side, and Whalen. Back up top, Boron. Boron holding, shooting, hit the left shin of Landrick Majewski. Boron again up top. Oh, but he fumbled the puck, and Majewski takes it away. Majewski on a breakaway to the Father Ryan net. A backhander stopped by Chandler as he goes crashing into Chandler, and the net gets knocked loose. .65 seconds left in the power play for the Irish. 8:18 to go in the second. Still 2-0 Father Ryan. Is they're trying to say that Ryan Whalen fouled Majewski. Should be a penalty shot, but the official is not listening to that. Draw to the right of Chandler, won by Indy, and my God, Oscar Dubin let off a one-timer that went off a stick and hit the back wall way up there, more than halfway up. It was above those SYTHL banners that surround the scoreboard. Oh, and above the scoreboard itself. Draw to the right of Chandler again. It's going to be won by the Irish. Colton Edwards. Left wing side of the Indy zone, drops it back, Austin Hester. Hester, left wing corner. Behind the net to Edwards. Ethan Webb, right point. Pass down low, Edwards. To the slot, Hester a shot. Oh, hit the post to the right of Behringer. Now Schmidt and Hester have hit the post to the right of Behringer in that same net in this period. The Irish at center. Alton Worth brings it back into the Indy zone on the left wing side. Oscar Dubin forced him to drop the puck to the end boards. Now Worth gets back to it. Backhands it up to the left point, and Schmidt. Schmidt a shot, missed the net to the left of Behringer. Also Worth a shot in the left point, stopped the nail onto by Behringer with 3 seconds left on the power play for Father Ryan. 7:12 to go in the second, still 2-0 Irish. Draws to the right of Behringer. Won by Father Ryan. Ryan Whalen dropping back, waiting on the penalty to expire, and it was a smart thing to do because here's Wyatt Lutkins out of the box and into the play. Left wing side of the Father Ryan zone, putting it in front for Camden Rumo, or trying to. Rumo pushed into the right wing corner boards by Merrick McCullers. Puck on the far boards. AJ Novak, right point, a shot, score! Went through traffic off the glove of Chandler into the back of the net. And Indy on the board on just their 5th shot on goal. It's 2-1 Father Ryan with 6:49 to go in the second. Draw one by Indy. And Ryan Hoverson tried to clear his own zone, but Colin Sullivan knocks it down. Oh, he tried to carry it to the front of the net. It got away from him as he was trying to get around Novak. Puck back in the Father Ryan end. Joey Mignano drops it over for Ryan Whalen. Whalen ahead to Joey Mignano. Now Mignano backhands it back into the Indy zone. Puck back in the Father Ryan end. Katie Cummings pushed away from the puck, but she still managed to get it out to center. Here's Ryan Whalen. Right wing side of the Indy zone. A shot turned away by Behringer at the left-hand side of the net. Puck out at center. Here's Merrick McCullers. Now Jacob Boren. Colin Sullivan, left wing side of the Indy zone. Sullivan holding. Goes across. Hester. Around the back of the net, out to the left wing side. Kevin Rumo trying to clear. And it goes out to center. Torrin Kemble picks it up. Takes a shoulder hit from Jacob Boron. Ethan Webb passing it up into open space as Austin Hester ran into an Indy defender at the blue line. It was Hoverson. Now here's JT Schmidt. Puck knocked off his stick as he was trying to go to the front of the net. Great job by AJ Novak to jump in there and poke it away. And a pass attempt to Camden Rumo, intercepted by Jacob Boren. Left back for Hester, a one-timer. And that was blocked, and then the rebound try of the shot was shot and turned away by Behringer. Boren again, left wing side of the Indy zone. Puck poked off his stick, held in at the left point. Edwards down the boards to Boren, back to Edwards. Edwards in the slot, trying to go to the front of the net. Puck got away from him. Hoverson, now Majewski. Now Rhett Gordon, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Double teamed and lost the puck. Schmidt ahead to Edwards. Edwards far side at center. Try to get it ahead to Harper Howard. Howard left wing side of the Indy zone, and it taken away by Majewski. Here's Oscar Dubon. Right wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Shook up a hit attempt from Jacob Boron. Carried the puck out in front, but he was swarmed by 4 Father Ryan players, and the puck cleared by Carter Middleton. Puck back in the Indy zone. Middleton comes out in front, of shot stopped. Rebound, Harper Howard. I think he missed the net. But Behringer stopped that first try. Now a shot from the left point misses. Merrick McCullers' shot blocked by Torrin Kimball. Then he passes it to Howard, who tries to go with a backhander. He turns around, shoots, stopped and covered up by Behringer. 3:24 to go in the second, still 2-1. Father Ryan. Draw is going to be to the right of Jack Behringer. Puck held in at the right point and fired into the left wing corner by Merrick McCullers. Now Colin Sullivan behind the net. Now it's right out. I thought it was going to come right out in front for Sullivan, but Indy able to get it away and clear. Alton Worth ahead. Now Joey Mignano, right wing side of the Indy zone. A shot stopped and held on to by Behringer. 2:48 to go in the second. Still 2-1 Father Ryan. Draw is going to be to the left of Behringer. Won by Father Ryan, but turned over to Indy. Torrin Kimball into the Father Ryan zone, left wing side, pass in front. Oh, and Braden Sizapeniak shoots it past the net, and he goes running into Chandler, and the net gets knocked loose, and Sizapeniak, I think, is going to go to the box. As he does the sportsmanlike thing and apologizes to Chandler. He's going to go to the box. Goalie interference. As Father Ryan, assistant coach, comes off the bench to check on his goaltender. So the Irish are going to be back in the power play up 2-1 with 2:34 to go in the second. And Romo apologizing to the head coach, who tells him that it's all right, even though he was not the one that ran into Chandler. It was Sizapaniak, and Sizapaniak was immediately apologetic on that, to his credit. Draw is going to be to Behringer's left. Ryan win the draw. They get it down low. Jacob Giblin behind the net. Tried to clear, knocked down. JT Schmidt puts it in front. A backhander from Edwards. Stopped by Behringer. Here's Camden Romo carrying the puck to center. Trying to pass across to Wyatt Lutkins, and Ryan Whalen ran into Lutkins, and Lutkins dropped his left glove. He reaches down, picks it up, and Ryan continue with the puck, and icing is called against Austin Hester. 82 seconds left in the power play, a minute 56 to go in the second. Still 2-1 Fighting Irish, who again, with a win, will clinch a place in Tier 1 for the rest of the regular season and their first Predators Cup berth since 2020. Draw is going to be to the left of Chandler. But again, they will not be eligible to win the GNASH Cup as regular season champs because they started the regular season in Tier 2. Draw won by Indy. Oh, Camden Romo shoots it wide, and it goes off the top of the dasher boards and out of play. Here's Camden Romo. Behind his own net, or behind the Father Ryan net, excuse me, with a puck. Now he comes out to the left wing side. Backhands it down to the inboards. Alton Worth sending it around to the near side. Minute left in the power play for Father Ryan. Stretch pass attempt by Ethan Webb works. It's deflected over to Colton Edwards. Left in the circle for JT Schmidt. His shot stopped by Behringer. Left circle is where that shot came from. Katie Cummings out onto the ice now for Father Ryan, and she's playing with the big guns, although she's on the second line with Sullivan and Mignano. She's out here with the big dogs. Edwards and Hester as a shot in the left point, and Worth is stopped and covered up by Behringer. 27 seconds to go in the power play. 61 seconds left in the second. Still 2-1 Father Ryan. Draw is going to be to the right of Behringer. Indy won the draw, turned over to the Irish, and a shot from Mignano, stopped by Behringer. We're inside the final minute of the second now. They try to get the puck in front to Sullivan. Went off his shin, and it's cleared out by Indy. Merrick McCullers will track it down at the Irish inboards. He'll fire it up the far side to Colin Sullivan. Penalty time against Indy is up. They're back at even strength. Katie Cummings, left wing side. Drops it back to Sullivan. Now Boren. Now Cummings. Puck got away from her. Here's Sullivan in front. He scores! It's kind of a broken play. The puck came to Sullivan near the right-hand side of the net. He's able to sweep it in and give Father Ryan a 3-1 lead with 22.8 seconds to go in the second. So they score in the first minute of the second and the last minute. Torrin Kimball a shot, gloved and held on to by Mason Chandler. Just 9.9 seconds to go in the period now. Draws to the left of Chandler. Won by Father Ryan. Merrick McCullers going to hang out behind his own net. Now he passes to his left. Colin Sullivan with a puck, clears it, and that's it for the second. The Irish score in the first minute and last minute of the period. JT Schmidt with a goal inside the first minute, Colin Sullivan with a goal in the last minute. Those goals were sandwich an Indy goal from, I think, A.J. Novak. Father Ryan leading Independence 3-1 at the end of 2. The Irish 14 minutes away from claiming a place in Tier 1 for the rest of the regular season. Shots on goal favor the Irish 25-6. So again, if this score holds, the Irish claim a spot in Tier 1. That means that, well, that means they would swap with Centennial because Centennial, with their loss to Rutherford, have claimed a place in Tier 2. And that would just leave Monday night's games to determine whether Indy and Rutherford switch. Because Indy, even if they lose this game, are not dead in the water yet. They would drop to 0-1-1. Rutherford are 1-0-1. But there's still a chance that Indy and Rutherford could both finish this round robin 1-1-1, and then it would come down to goal difference since their game ended in a tie. Jack Behringer still in goal for Indy. Mason Chandler still in goal for Father Ryan for this third and final period. Father Ryan will carry the puck, Indy will carry the puck from my left to right, and Father Ryan from my right to left as Trent Pavlik slides backwards into the bench over the dasher boards. He's all right. He was playing around. Puck in the Indy zone off the draw. Here's JT Schmidt putting it out in front for Colton Edwards, but broken up by Wyatt Lutkins. Trying to clear, held in by Ethan Webb. There's Jacob Giblin trying to clear it out. It's out at center, Webb with it. Of course, these two have a recent history. It was Indy Spring Hill who beat Father Ryan in overtime of the 2021 Henry Hine Cup if necessary game. Or Henry Hine Cup final if necessary game. Cameron Remo scoring the OT winner. JT Schmidt a shot. Knocked down by Behringer. Puck out on the far boards. Irish keeping it alive. Here's Schmidt backhanding it past the net to the right of Behringer. And now Austin Hester. Now Edwards behind the net. Hester now. Comes out to the left wing side. Puck poked off his stick. It's out at center. He's got control still. Fires it back into the Indy zone. Oh, but was Ryan Whalen still inside the zone when he did it? I think they're going to get him for intentional offside. He fired the puck into the zone, and once it went below the goal line and Ryan Whalen was still in the zone, it becomes an intentional offside. 12:50 to go, 3-1 Father Ryan draws to the right of Chandler. This is all the way back down in the Father Ryan end. Won by Father Ryan, whipped around the boards, held into the right point by A.J. Novak. Now Landrick Majewski on the right wing side. Passes across, Rhett Gordon. Now out to the left point. Ryan Hoverson shoots it past the net. Landrick Majewski, the puck knocked away from him, and Novak couldn't keep it in the zone. It's back in the Indian. Novak tracks it down. Over to Majewski. Backhanding it over to the near side, Torrin Kemble. Kemble, right wing side of the Father Ryan zone, but he lost the puck. Coughed it up to Carter Middleton. Middleton and now Hoverson. Hoverson lost it. Puck sent back into the Father Ryan zone. Puck still in the Father Ryan end. It's cleared out. A.J. Novak track it down. Passes ahead to Ryan Hoverson. And Jax Grayson had the blade in his right skate blade break during the second period. And he obviously doesn't have another skate, so he's out of the game. He's back on the bench in street clothes. So, yeah, Jax Grayson out of the game, not because of injury or because he got kicked out. His right skate blade broke, and he did not have a replacement. Puck back in the Indy zone. Ryan Hoverson gives it away to Katie Cummings, who sends it down the wall. Behind the net, Joey Mignano. Passing out to the left point, Merrick McCullers. The shot turned away by Behringer. Katie Cummings chasing the rebound to the far side. Rhett Gordon. Puck sent back down the wall. Puck cleared out to center. Brought back in Colin Sullivan, right wing side of the Indy zone. He's going to chip it to the inboards and go to the bench for a change. Sullivan scored the most recent Father Ryan goal inside the last minute of the second. Austin Hester, left wing side of the Indy zone. Trying to put it in the slot. Colton Edwards, a backhander, blockered away by Behringer. Here's Edwards, a shot. Stopped and held on to by Behringer. 10:16 to go, 3-1 Father Ryan. Draw is going to be to Behringer's right. Won by Father Ryan. Puck over on the far boards. Now Colton Edwards. Comes out to the right wing. Passes off. JT Schmidt, a shot. Looked like it went hit a stick and went past the net. Here's Austin Hester. Hester in the slot, a shot off the skates of Oscar Dubon and past the net. And then Hester puts it out in front. It's cleared out of the crease. And then a shot from Ethan Webb went past the net. Hester behind the net now. Here's Colton Edwards. Oh, trying to pass cross, broken up by Ben Howard. Howard chasing it into the Father Ryan zone. He's got it. Gets off a backhander that misses the net. So a lucky break there for the Irish. But a great back check by Ben Howard to give himself the opportunity. Camden Ramo. Shot was slowed up by Ethan Webb's skate. It comes on goal. Mason Chandler stops and covers. 9:14 to go, 3-1 Father Ryan. I should correct myself. It was the left skate blade of Jax Grayson that broke, not the right skate blade. But again, that's why he's out of the game, because his skate blade broke. And he can't replace it tonight. Landrick Majewski, left wing side of the Father Ryan zone. Now Evan McAllister passing it down the wall. Puck sent around to the near side. Alton Worth sending it back into the Indy zone. Puck behind the net, Carter Middleton trying to bring it out in front. Luke Wyatt chasing it, and he bumped into Harper Howard and fell over. Bumped into his own guy and fell, and Indy iced the puck with 8:25 to go. Still down 3-1. Draws to the left of Behringer. Oscar Dubon brings it into the Father Ryan zone. Jacob Giblin, left point, slap shot. Gloved and held on to by Chandler. Draws to the right of Chandler. One by the Irish. Puck coming around the boards to the right wing corner. Puck out at center. Giblin sends it back into the Father Ryan zone. Katie Cummings trying to get it into open space for Joey Mignano. Mignano has it now. Passes up the far side. Colin Sullivan, right wing side of the Indy zone. Holding, gets him a backhander off the right leg pad of Behringer. Puck back in the Father Ryan zone. Passed up the far side, and it's an icing against the Irish. 7:02 to go, 3-1, Father Ryan leading. Draw was to the left of Chandler, won by Father Ryan. But held inside the zone by Indy. Here's Rhett Gordon in front. A shot turned away by Chandler. We get a whistle, though. A hooking call against the Irish. So Indy going to go on the power play here. It's Alton Worth in the box. Draw to the left of Chandler, 6:50 to go. Indy on the power play down 3-1. Draw one by the Irish, and they clear down ice. Ryan Hoverson. Joey Mignano with a steal. Sending it towards the net, but intercepted by Torin Kemble. Then Mignano knocking him down. Now Mignano behind the net. Passing it out to the near boards. Lenrick Majewski out at center now. Into the Father Ryan zone on the right wing side. Gets pushed off the puck. Oscar Dubon. Left point of the Father Ryan zone. Passing down the left wing. Majewski back up top, Dubon. Dubon moving along the blue line a bit to his right. Passes back down to the left wing side. Majewski back up top, Dubon. Dubon shot through traffic, knocked down. Majewski left half wall. Passing down, now back to Majewski at the left half wall again. Back up top, Dubon. Final minute of the power play. Dubon just keeping the puck atop the blue line onside, and now the puck cleared out by Ethan Webb. Oscar Dubon catches up to it behind his own net. Leaves it for Camden Rumo, who steps out to the left. Rumo drops it back behind the net. Dubon in his own left wing corner will grab it. Drops it back towards the net. Rumo picks it up, passes ahead to Lutkins. Lutkins had to go off his stick back into his own zone. He catches back up to it. Passes up the near side. Rumo watched it go past him back into the Irish end. No icing. Ryan Whalen slaps the puck around the boards of the far side. Here is, Schmidt lost it. Here's Wyatt Lutkins, losing it to Schmidt. Schmidt passing across. Austin Hester, left wing side of the Indy zone to the front of the net. A shot, score! Austin Hester breaks to the front of the net, goes 5-hole on Behringer. Puts it in the back of the net. It's a short-handed goal for the Irish, and then puts them up 4-1. 8 seconds left on the power play, or 8 seconds left on the penalty against them. 4:58 to go in the game. Puck back in the Irish zone off the draw. Jacob Boron. Penalty time against Father Ryan is up there back at even strength. Boron cleared it down ice. A.J. Novak picks it up in the Indy zone. Sends it up the far wall, but held in J.T. Schmidt. Then gives it away. Camden Rumo at center. Across to Howard. Howard, left wing side, or Ben Howard, I should say, because Harper Howard is out there for Father Ryan as well. Well, he's not out on the ice, but he's on the bench. Couple of backhander, score! Indy get on the board. Looks like it's Ben Howard from below the right circle, putting it into the back of the net. And it takes 33 seconds for Indy to answer Father Ryan's fourth goal with their second, 4-2. The Irish lead with 4:25 to go. Here's Colin Sullivan, right wing side of the Indy zone. Puck knocked off his stick. Puck out at center. Brought back in by Joey Mignano. Passed over to Colin Sullivan. Left it behind him. Puck out on the right wing corner, or on the right wing side. Here's Ethan Webb putting it behind the net. Down on the near boards, Colin Sullivan. Sullivan, right wing side, passing it down low. Katie Cummings in the right wing corner. Drops it back to Sullivan. Sullivan dropping it back out high, and a shot from Ethan Webb stopped and held on to by Behringer. 3:44 to go. 4-2 Father Ryan. Draws to Behringer's left. Indy get it out. Ethan Webb trying to fire it up the far side. Knocked down by Rhett Gordon. Webb gets another chance and clears this time. Landrick Majewski in the Father Ryan zone. Puck crawling away from him. Puck crawling up the far boards. Back out to center. Ryder McDonald ahead to Landrick Majewski, leaves it for Torin Kemble. Kemble sends it back into the Father Ryan zone. Indy are not out of this by any stretch. Under 3 minutes to go, they're only down 4-2. They still have a chance as the puck is at center on the far side. Carter Middleton played it with a high stick. So that's why they blow the whistle. 2:48 to go, 4-2 Father Ryan. Draws to the right of Mason Chandler. Won by Indy. Oscar Dubon. Passing down the left wing, Camden Rumo drops it down to the inboards. Wyatt Lutkins behind the net. Passing up to the right point, Jacob Giblin. About to say his dad's name, Jeff Giblin. Now it's turned over to the Irish. JT Schmidt chasing into the Indy zone. He's going to catch up. No. Icing. They call icing. Schmidt was right on top of it, and they call icing anyway. Draw one by Indy, but Father Ryan, nope, they do get it out of their zone. And then Colton Edwards brought down by Ben Howard, and that's going to be a penalty against Howard. Tripping against Howard. So Father Ryan returned to the power play up 4-2 with 2:15 to go. Draw was to the left of Behringer, won by Indy. Puck pinned up against the kick plate. And Austin Hester comes out with it. Drops it back behind the net for Colton Edwards, who shakes off a hit attempt from Ryan Hoverson. Edwards puts that in front, and a one-timer turned away by Behringer on Jacob Boron. Edwards again. Backhanding out to the right half wall, and Hester. Hester. Around the back of the net, tries to wrap around. Oh, good save by Behringer. Closed the door on the right-hand side of the net at the last second. Whalen, left point, pass down, intercepted and cleared by Landrick Majewski. Here's Camden Rumo. Into the Irish zone on the right wing side. Put it in front for Majewski. His shot stopped and covered up by Chandler. Good shorthanded chance for Indy, but Mason Chandler says no. 76 seconds left in the power play. 91 seconds to go in the game. 4-2 Father Ryan. Draw was to the right of Chandler. Wyatt Lutkins. Oscar Dubon left point. Passing it down. Lutt gets a shot. Score! It's in! It leaked through. Leaked through Chandler into the back of the net, and it's a one-goal game. Short-handed goal for Indy. 4-3 Father Ryan with 71 seconds to go. Still 56 seconds left in the man advantage for the Irish. Kenny Cummings poking the puck away from Oscar Dubon inside the Indy zone. Puck out on the far boards. Last minute of the game. Torrin Kemble at center. Puck poked away from him. Joey Mignano, now Colin Sullivan at center. 30 seconds left of the power play for the Irish. Alton Worth, left wing side of the Indy zone. A shot blockered into the netting above the glass by Behringer. Keep looking at the Indy bench to see if they're going to use their timeout. They're not. Draw's going to be to the right of Behringer. Well, the draw is to the right of Behringer, so if it were down in the Irish zone, I'm sure that they'd call timeout to plan their strategy and pull Behringer. Puck on the inboards. Colton Edwards behind the net. Backhanding it out to the right point. Alton Worth, a shot over the net. JT Schmidt was calling for it. Drops it behind the net, or below to the inboards for Hester. Hester passing out up top, Worth. Penalty time against Indy is up. They're back at even strength. Shot missed the net. Here's Colton Edwards behind the net. Now Ken Rumo with it far side, racing to center. He's got to hurry. Rumo into the Indy zone. Past the slotto, bounces over the stick of Ben Howard, and that's it. Father Ryan are going to Tier 1 for the rest of the regular season. And for the first time since 2020, will play in the Predators Cup as they beat Indy 4-3. But don't fret, Indy. You still have a chance. You still have a chance to keep your place in Tier 1. Indy made it close in the end. Wyatt Lutkin scoring with 71 seconds to go, but it wasn't enough. So the Irish improved to 2-0 in the round robin, while Indy are now 0-1-1, and I'm going to go peek at the score sheet. So Indy's goals were scored by A.J. Novak, Ben Howard, and Wyatt Lutkins. Father Ryan's goals were scored by Jacob Boron, J.T. Schmidt, Colin Sullivan, and Austin Hester. Hester had the game winner. But player of the game is going to Schmidt. He had a goal and 2 assists, including an assist on the game winner from Hester. As Father Ryan win 4-3, and will play in Tier 1 for the rest of the regular season and play in the Predators Cup in the postseason. So the night in GNASH is done. For our final scores tonight, Rutherford Rampage beating Centennial 4-0. Just now, Father Ryan beating Independence 4-3. It's the round robin standings. After tonight, Father Ryan 2-0. Off to Tier 1. Rutherford Rampage 1-0-1. Independence 0-1-1. Centennial 0-2. Centennial off to Tier 2. Rutherford Rampage and Indy, they tied on Monday night. So there is a chance that after this Monday night, they'll be 1-1-1. Since they tied, we have to go to the third tiebreaker. That's goal difference. Right now, Rutherford's goal difference is +4. 7 goals for, 3 against. That shutout was huge tonight. Indy now have 6 goals for, 7 against. So their goal difference is -1. Right now, Rutherford would get the other spot in Tier 1, and Indy would move into Tier 2. So that's how that would go. But if Rutherford beat Father Ryan, or even tie them, that point would be good enough to get them over the top. We'll see what happens. So Monday night, 2 games. They're both here at Centennial, but they're not on the same rink. 7:40 here on Rink A, in a Centennial against Indy. 8 o'clock over on Rink B, Rutherford against Father Ryan. I am going to cover the Rutherford-Father Ryan game. So I'll be in the air at 7:55 for an 8 o'clock face-off. The reason I'm doing that game is because by the end of that one, we'll hopefully have a final on Centennial Indy. That way we could see how things shake out with who gets the last spot in Tier 1 for Phase 3 of the regular season and qualifies for the Preds Cup, and who moves over to Tier 2 and has to play in the Hein Cup. So, we'll see. But that's it. That's I think it's the 8th week of the regular season done, and week 1 of the round robin done, and we only have one night left in it, and that is Monday night. So we'll be over on Rink B Monday night at 7:55 for an 8 o'clock face-off between Father Ryan and Rutherford. That way we have finals of both of these games when that one is over. What a wild week. Centennial still winless, moving into Tier 2 as they lose to Rutherford tonight 4-0, and Father Ryan just now beating Independence 4-3 to get themselves a place in Tier 1 for the rest of the regular season and qualify for the Predators Cup for the first time since 2020. But again, Indy fans, don't fret. You still have a chance to keep your place in Tier 1. We'll see how things shake out on Monday. Thank you all so very much for listening. Have a great rest of your week. I'm Michael Hackney. Talk to you on Monday night for the final night of the Phase 2 round robin.